Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I hope you're all having a really good day today. So technically I am cheating. I am pre-filming this by one day. I just got finished filming my skincare favorites for the month of June and I realized the video was too long for me to properly discuss my makeup favorites for June. So I decided to split it up and make it two separate videos, and that way I could talk to you guys just that much longer, and hopefully you love that. So give me a thumbs up if you're excited for makeup favorites. I will learn how to speak properly, and the makeuping. I said I'd learn how to speak properly. Let's just talk about makeup. Let's talk about the things that I've been loving for the month of June for the year 2016, because that's why we're here, and that's probably why you were at yesterday's video too. But yeah, skincare yesterday, makeup today. Let's get excited. Let's learn to do this together. So the very first thing I have here is my fragrance favorite. This is something I am crazy about. I've gone through about 3 of these little sample sizes of it, and I should just like bite the bullet and buy the full size because I know I love this fragrance. This is the Atelier Cologne Vanille Intense. It's vanilla scented, but it's like such a clean, sophisticated vanilla. This usually comes in a layering duo with their Orange Sanguine, I believe it's called. And they're both amazing. And if you layer them, you kind of smell like a classy creamsicle, if there is such a thing. But this vanilla one, I love it so much. I should have pulled the notes up or something so I could have told you guys exactly what else is in there. But I'm using my phone to record this and I don't have another device on which I can look things up. So Atelier Cologne Vanilla Intense. If you guys are curious, you can find it on Sephora's website. Then I have a nail polish favorites, and neither of them are on my nails right now. This is, I think it's called Igniting Love by China Glaze, and I like it. It's just a really bright, really vintagey red. It's very classic, but banging into stuff. The first favorite I have is one that I wore a lot during June, especially on my toes. This is by Essie, and it is called Mrs. Always Right, and it's like a bricky mauve. It's an interesting, like, terracotta, mauvey, pinky, earthy, I don't even know what to describe it as kind of color, but there's no shimmer in it. It's totally cream finish, and I just think it's awesome. I think it's very sophisticated. I think it looks very classy, and I really enjoyed it. The other one I have here is an OPI polish. I think this came out in their Soft Shades collection from this year. This one is called I Am What I Amethyst, and it's another cream finish, no sparkle, no shimmer, very, very light lavender color. It is kind of amethysty, but I don't know. It's definitely in between blue and purple, but more on the purple side. And it's a little bit grayed out, and I love it. And it just looks so good on the nails, and I'm so happy I have it. I think it was limited edition. Excuse me, I needed to take some water before I started this video, and I did not, apparently. The next thing I have here is a deluxe sample of a mascara. I am totally going to buy this mascara in full size, and that's something I don't say very often. This is the Smashbox X-Rated Volumizing, I think. Yeah, volumizing mascara. This one's awesome. It's what I have on my lashes today. I think I have one coat only, and it like totally lifts them and totally separates them and makes them look super duper long and just amazing. I've been obsessed with the Relastl mascara for like a year now, and I still love that one, but this one, the X-Rated by Smashbox, has blown my mind. And this isn't what the actual like tube looks like. The like full-size tube is really cool and like square with like a twist in the middle. But the wand on this is the same, which is part of what I love. It's like a big, fuzzy, bristly, triangular wand. I don't know if you guys can tell that it's a triangle, but it's a triangle. And it catches product and distributes product really nicely in the lashes. And I really like the formula, and I really like the brush. So overall, this has just been a huge win in the mascara world for me. The next thing that I have here is a phenomenal eyeshadow primer. This is by the brand Youngblood. I was given this by the brand rep at my store a couple weeks ago, and I've been trying it out. I wasn't sure what I would think of it, but it's a lot like a MAC paint pot. It's kind of like soft ochre, I think is the one, because it's like a yellow base, so it does some color correcting. It's really creamy and emollient. I like the little pan. I like that it's got a mirror. It's easy to carry. It's got a magnetic closure, and so the color swatched on my hand, I don't know if you can kind of see it. You can see that it kind of neutralizes and it's got that little bit of yellowness to it. So this has been my go-to primer all month. Ever since I got it, I've just been like really, really pleased with the consistency and the texture. Youngblood makes some good stuff. If you guys have not tried anything by Youngblood, I encourage you to look into them, because especially their lipsticks and this eye primer and a couple of the eyeshadow quads are amazing. I don't love all of them, I'll be honest. And some of their blushes are nice too, but this is good stuff. So I put the primer on my hand, and I guess next we can talk about the eyeshadows that I've been crazy about this month. Now, I have purchased a bunch of different palettes and a bunch of different limited edition and special release eyeshadows lately. I have the Alice in Wonderland palette by Urban Decay, which is like my favorite makeup brand, hands down. But nothing's really been grabbing me from all of those. I've been more gravitating towards single shadows a lot lately. And these have been my favorites. The first one I have here is the Rose Gold by Ardency In. It's the Manuka Honey Enriched Pigment. And it looks like this. It is a shimmery or metallic shadow. It doesn't have a mirror or anything. It's just this little pan. It's kind of small for the price. It's like $21 or $22 for this little sized pan, which is like smaller than a Makeup Forever pan. And I mean, you know, it's a good quality product. Like I said, it's one of my favorites, but I don't know how often in life I would pay this much for one eyeshadow. But that's what it looks like swatched on my finger. You can see how metallic and reflective it is. And then I'm going to swatch it over the primer here, so you can see the difference as far as the with primer and without primer. It's a really good product though, so it doesn't even really need the primer because it's going to hold up on its own. But isn't that pretty? That's Rose Gold by Ardency In swatched on my hand. It's not necessarily very rose goldy. It's kind of more copper, but it's absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. The next eyeshadow that I have here, a lot of people use it as a highlighter, myself included sometimes. This is by Kiko Milano, and it is number 208. I forget what exactly it's called. I mean, if you guys see the packaging, you'll know what line it's from, because Kiko Milano does a few different lines of eyeshadow, and they all have different names. But this is the gold one that's like a dupe for Gilded Honey, and then that Mally one that I can't remember the name of as far as highlights go. It's really, really, really pretty. It's very reflective. I like that dip in there. It's fun to swatch in there, but I know I'm going to hit pan like right in the middle because I keep sticking my finger in the crater that's in the shadow. But there's that one right there, middle finger. There's the finger swatch of this eyeshadow. This one's a little bit more powdery than the Ardency In one. It's also like half the price, so that doesn't really surprise me. And here it is swatched. This side is over the primer and this side is not. And it's still beautiful. It's a very, very pretty gold shadow, and I like using it as a highlight, and I like using it as an eyeshadow, and it's really good quality. So those are the two eyeshadows that I've been reaching for the most this month. I've been like crazy about metallics and crazy about golds, and that's just pretty much been that. Next, we're going to get into what I use to contour every single day. I've been trying to find a replacement for this, you guys. I've been trying, but I don't love anything as much as I love this. Clearly, you can see that, as I have very much so hit pan on this guy. I've been buying other products to try to like get into using something else as my contour, but I think I'm just going to need to repurchase this because it really works well for me and I love it. This is the, I almost broke it. Oh, I did hurt it. This is the Stila Stay All Day Contouring Bronzer for face and body in the shade medium. Now I know I'm really, really light. I don't necessarily, I'm sorry, bronzer. I don't necessarily need a medium one, but the medium bronzer is much cooler toned. You can see it on my middle finger there. Much cooler toned, much more cooler toned, much more cool, I can't speak. Much more of a cool toned bronzer than the light one was. So I got this one because I knew I was going to be using it to contour with. And there it is swatched on the hand. So it's just really nice, and I use it just right there. And then above that, this is what I've been using. I am crazy about this. This is another bronzer that I have hit pan on, which I never thought that would happen. I never even thought I was a bronzer person, but apparently I am. So this is the Balm's Balm Desert Bronzer Blush, and this one is definitely more warm tone. This is like a pinkish bronzer pretty much, and I use this kind of as an in-between. I like use it kind of as a blush and kind of as a bronzer, and you can see it right there. Much pinker compared to the Stila one, which is like more of a grayish color. So that kind of just goes everywhere there, and then I'll usually just pop a little bit of blush onto the apples of my cheeks and like sweep it back. I've been using a bunch of different blushes this month, but the one I keep defaulting to time and time again is this blush by Becca. This one is in the shade Sweet Pea, and I don't know if this one was discontinued or not. I'm almost afraid that it was, because I know they took away like half of the shades, but this is just a really natural one. It's a little bit earthy toned, a little bit peachy, a little bit pinky, a little bit brown. What did I say it was called again? Sweet Pea. I can never remember the name. But that is the Becca blush in Sweet Pea. So if it hasn't been discontinued, you guys should swatch it. And if it has been, then I'm sorry. I don't mean to show you stuff you can't get. But it's my favorite blush. And if it is discontinued, I'm scared to use it anymore because it's my favorite blush. And it's just perfect. The next thing I have here is the highlight I've been reaching for almost every single day, with the exception of the days when I've been trying something new, but I can't say that those things are favorites because I haven't had them long enough. This is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey. That's a lot of words. And this is a gold highlight. And it feels very similar to the Kiko as far as the powder goes, but it's a little bit less dusty. I should have thought this out so I could swatch it closer to it, but I'll swatch it there. It's like, it blends into the skin better. The Kiko one just sits on the skin a little bit more than the Gilded Honey does. The Gilded Honey kind of like melts in better. It's more finely milled or something. But that's Gilded Honey up at the top there by Laura Geller. That's my favorite highlight of the moment, and I love it. And now all we have left are a few lip products, you guys. We're almost done. So my first favorite for lips is this By Terry waterproof lip liner in #1 Perfect Nude, and I've probably talked about this one before. It is the most perfect pinky brown lip liner in the world. I'm running out of room. I will swatch it for you guys right here. It's matte. You can wear it on its own. You can wear it under lipstick. It's just like a rosy brown. I love it. When I wear it, people ask what it is all the time. I usually sell like 2 or 3 of these when I'm wearing it at work, so it's phenomenal. And I think they're $34 each. They do come with a sharpener, but they are well worth $34 because it lasts so long and it is such a good formula. Okay, then I have what's on my lips today, which this has been on since like 10:30 this morning, so it may have worn off a little bit, but this is the Urban Decay. This is their Old Revolution lipstick in the shade 1993, which is a matte. They did reformulate it or make it in the Vice formula or whatever, so you can still get this lipstick in 1993, but not the Revolution one, the Vice one. And there it is right there. It looks very similar to my By Terry lip pencil right there, but that is the Urban Decay shade. It's just a little bit darker. Certain angles it looks more pink, certain angles it looks more brown. It's supposed to be a brown lipstick. I absolutely love it. It is amazing. It is just an amazing lipstick, and I've been wearing it so much, and I'm just so happy that I have it. The next lipstick I have here is another matte finish. This is called On Point, and it is from the Estee Edit, which I believe is exclusive to Sephora. All of the matte ones have this pretty blue detailing on the side there. And again, this is the shade On Point. I've been wearing this almost every day on the days where I'm not wearing the one I'm wearing now, unless I'm trying out a new shade. But these two, you could take all my other lipsticks away except for these two, and I would probably be okay, but don't, because I like my lipstick. So that's that one right there. That one has a little bit more of a mauvey purpley undertone, but it's still just a really pretty pink. And the very last one, we are running out of time, you guys. This is the Tarteist Lip Paint in the color Texas Toast. This is the collaboration with Bunny, aka Graveyard Girl. This one is just a really light grayish purple one of those awesome colors that you just, you know, see everywhere, but she did a really good job on it. The formula is nice, the finish is nice, it's flattering on a lot of skin tones, it looks different on everybody. And now that my time is running out, I'm going to end this abruptly, but I have to just say I love you guys all so much. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I know I love watching favorites videos, so hopefully you do too. I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.